This is Chris, the Idaho Painter here on Paint Live TV. Today I'm going to be talking about spackling. I've got all kinds of products in front of me, all kinds, or maybe 5 different kinds in front of me, but lightweight spackling, heavy-bodied spackling. What should you fill your nails or holes with in drywall or wood? I'm going to be talking about a little bit about the differences in the two and what you should use where and some other options that are available out there for you to patch holes in walls and wood. So if you want to know what you should be using to patch your holes, stay tuned for this video. All right, so I got a few products in front of me. I've got a product Tower. This is a lightweight spackling from Tower. I've got a Crawfords heavy bodied spackling, vinyl spackle paste right here. I've got a patch and paint and one from DAP right here. I've got Quickwood, which is an epoxy right here. And then I've got Bondo Glazing Putty. I'd say the 4 I actually have in my vehicle, my painting vehicles. I keep the lightweight spackling, the Crawford spackling, Bondo, Quickwood. I don't use this product, but I got it here. I want to talk a little bit about it. All right, so I want to talk about the first product, and it is Tower Sealant. This is a lightweight spackling right here, and it's just that. It's lightweight. That's one of the benefits to it. It dries really fast, and it sands really easy. Those are 3 benefits that are really nice. So you can patch holes. It's going to dry super fast. You can sand those holes and then paint them right away. That's a great benefit to this product. But being a lightweight product, it's not very durable. The bonding capabilities aren't as good as, say, a heavy-bodied vinyl spackling paste, which bonds a little bit better. This stuff bonds well, but it doesn't bond, super well to both plaster and wood. But it's great for holes. If you do have large holes, one of the benefits to this product is it does fill large holes and it dries very fast. It's not heavy. Once again, it's not a heavy-bodied spackle, so it's going to hang really well in those holes. So you can put it in a large hole, and it's not going to what we call sag and start to sag out of the hole. It's going to hang really well because it is lightweight, and it does, once again, dry extremely fast. All right, so I touched on a few of the benefits to the product, and one of the benefits was being lightweight. And along with that lightweight comes the lack of durability. So the product isn't very durable, so you don't want to use it in any high traffic areas where there can be any type of people, animals, or equipment or stuff bumping it where it could actually dent it, nick it, or ding it because it's not very strong. It's great for patching quarter-sized holes or smaller in anything on a flat surface, but you don't want to use it anywhere around corners, rounded edges, and stuff like that. Anything that could get bumped by a vacuum or anything else moving in and out of door frames and stuff like that. So that's a lightweight product. I like using it when we're just walking through houses getting ready to paint. We're going to be painting a room, say, in a day. You can patch and you can paint in a day and roll right over it because it dries really fast. So it dries fast. Anything like your nail holes in walls, thumbtack holes in walls, it's excellent for that. And once again, because it does dry extremely fast and sands easy. Now, on the flip side, we have Crawford's Vinyl Spackling Paste. This is a super heavy product. This is very dense. I'll give you a look at inside these things so you can see the product itself. But this is a heavy body product, so it's going to dry a lot slower. Does have an odor to it. The lightweight spackling is very low odor. This does have a strong odor because it's got some bonding agents and stuff that help it bond a lot better. So this is going to bond better. It's going to be a lot stronger. So in high traffic areas, this is something that's going to make a lot more sense. Any type of large patches or any type of areas that something may bump it, it's going to be a lot more durable, less likely to dent, nick, or ding. It does sand easy, not nearly as easy as a lightweight spackling. It dries significantly slower, and being a heavy body product, this is really heavy. If you're trying to fill large holes, it doesn't hang as well as a lightweight spackle. So it's going to sag a little bit if you got large holes that you can be filling. So it's great for small, like quarter-size holes or smaller where you need durability. Both these products are interior, exterior products, so you can use them inside and outside. But I use Crawfords spackling anywhere where I need a really durable, good bond. And one place I can think of is your interior wood trim, a door jamb. Any type of spackling I'm going to be doing in a door jamb, it's going to be vinyl spackling paste from Crawfords. Now, if I'm doing walls and I'm not going to be painting for several days, this is a better option because your holes are going to be patched with something more durable. It's going to bond a lot better. But if you're trying to paint the same day, this is not going to dry very fast. When it comes to cabinet doors, where large holes, filling knots and stuff like that in cabinet doors, we're always filling first with spackling. We want something that bonds a lot better than a lightweight spackle, something that's going to be a lot more durable. So we're going to be using Crawfords Vinyl spackle. So once again, if you want that durability, you want something that bonds better, you're going to want to go with a vinyl spackling paste. That's a heavy bodied product. So now I do want to talk about some other products. We've got quick wood. Now, if you got like a nick or a ding and some interior wood trim and you need to fill out that nick or ding or a corner, I got a video where a dog chewed up a corner on some wood trim. A spackling paste like the vinyl spackling, yeah, you could build up that corner, you could sand it, but if something very light, a vacuum, a broom, something like that hits it, or somebody rubs up it against it on a door jamb or something like that, it could break out and nick or ding and or fall out with any type of movement. We keep quick wood in our vehicles, and a quick wood is an epoxy that dries extremely fast. You can take a sand that, drill that, and work with it, within an hour. So I filled a corner in it, and I sanded that corner into a square corner. It was all chewed off by a dog, and I got that corner all repaired and patched with quick wood, and you couldn't even tell that the dog chewed it up. So something that's going to be extremely durable. This actually bonds to its surface that you're molding it to. And once again, we use it on wood trim. It becomes stronger than the actual wood itself, and the bond is actually stronger than the wood. So if anything's going to break, the wood's going to break, nick or chip before the epoxy will. And once again, you could mold it, manipulate it to the shape that you need it to, and then sand it. But once it dries, you can drill it. You can do anything to it that you need to do. So I've actually used it to patch door where the door handles go in, where the screws it ended up breaking where the plunger was. I had to build that up with quick wood, eventually drill the hole, put new screws back in it, and fix that door. So it's a great product to have handy for stuff like that. Once again, you don't want to use like a vinyl spackling paste or a lightweight spackle to do stuff like that, because it's probably just going to break and come loose. There's another product that we keep at Bondo, Glazing Putty. I got a video, the right filler, and it talks about what to fill cabinets with when you're doing cabinet repaints, and we use two products, Crawfords spackling and Bondo. Bondo Glazing Putty is a product that dries super hard, bonds extremely well, and it's a really thin, it's a solvent-based product that you can use it to get rid of brush strokes, stippling if you skim coat it over that. But one of the things, the drawbacks to like a vinyl spackling paste or a lightweight spackle, they do sand really easy. So it's very easy to actually do your sanding, and then when you do your painting, you can see a slight indentation where you're trying to fill that hole with, because they are soft, and it's easy to sand out a little bit of the spackle. So we'll do our initial fill with like a vinyl spackling paste, and then sand that. Then we'll back it with a Bondo Glazing Putty, which is a lot harder, and then you'll never see where that nick, ding, or nail head was. So there's a time and a place for all three of these products, but we'll, for instance, Bondo Glazing Putty, the carpenters will go in, install the trim. There's gonna be nail heads everywhere. We fill the nail heads with Crawfords Vinyl spackling paste, sand it, then we hit it with our glazing putty, spot glazing putty, and a spackle knife, flexible spackle knife. We'll sand that and then paint it, and then you won't see where any of those nicks, dings, or the nail heads were. So this is Bondo Glazing Putty. It's a one-part product, just used right out of the tube, and it's made by Bondo. Once again, I want to talk a little bit about lightweight spackle patch and paints in one. So this is a product from DAP right here. It's fast and final lightweight spackling paste. I haven't had it that long, and I opened it up and it's all kind of getting really hard and not usable now. So I'll talk a little bit about containers that these things come in. You always want to have your containers sealed and tight or your products are going to dry out. But this is a patch and paint in one. So typically with your spackles, lightweight, or your vinyl spackling paste, you need to prime before you do any painting because they're very porous products, and you'll see, where the spackling was done if you're not careful. But this is a prime and patch in one, so it has products, resins in it and stuff that make it so you don't prime. One of the drawbacks to it is it doesn't last long in the container. That's why I want to show you it's already getting hard and brittle and stuff, so it's not it doesn't have the life that like a lightweight spackle does here. And our lightweight spackles here, I mean, we have them in our vehicles. As long as you keep them sealed, they can be in there for several years in these plastic containers that seal very tight. But the patch and paint in one, I haven't really seen a whole lot of difference with those products, and haven't had a lot of success with them. I've had them dry out like this, and once again, I think it's because of the products in there that make it a primer also, that give it a little bit shorter shelf life, I guess, or probably a lot shorter shelf life. The shelf life isn't as long as your typical products right here. And we're accustomed to actually rolling, priming, just spot priming our spackle if we need to, or rolling over multiple coats of paint. 2 coats of paint and your first coat of paint is acting as basically your primer over your spackle, and then your second coat, usually you don't see where you spackled at all. So, but if you want to prime, if you don't want to have to prime, or you're not 2 coating, sometimes these products might be a good option. I've just never got accustomed to using them. There are spackles out there also that are colors. They'll go on like a pink, and when they dry, they're white. It's kind of convenient, but and for do-it-yourselfers. But these are the 2 products. The vinyl spackling paste, best heavy-bodied spackle or vinyl paste that I've ever used right there by Crawfords. Tower Sealant's the best lightweight one I've ever used. I carry those 4 products. Talk a little bit about containers now and what to look for in a container when you're buying spackle. So I know you'll see me using in plastic containers. Crawfords also comes in metal cans, and most spackle products do come in metal cans. I think they might be getting rid of them. You're starting to see more plastic containers, and one of the reasons is I can't stand the metal containers at all. That's used to be what everything came in, and one of the major drawbacks is the metal containers begin rusting. They're Teflon coated, but that doesn't stop them from rusting inside. It doesn't stop the spackling from drying around the edges, around the sides. And one of the problems with the rust is the rust begins to get mixed in with your spackling, and then it begins to discolor it. That begins to bleed through your paint. And it just causes a lot of those issues, and those metal containers don't seal nearly as well as a plastic container does. These containers are a lot more airtight and give your product a lot more life. Little tip, you can add a little bit of water to your products if they begin to dry out, or put a little touch of water on it, and it'll keep the tops of them wet. When we're working with these, we got the lids off of them, we're working with them, you get some evaporation that begin to dry out. Both these products, we just add a little water to it, it'll basically re-wet, reconstitute the product, and it'll keep the life of the product a lot longer. Another little handy tip when you're using your spackle, and this is the same with the metal cans or the plastic containers, you'll start to get spackle inside this rim. Just take your 5-in-1 tool. You always got a 5-in-1, and I'm just going to scrape that out because I don't want any spackling built up inside there, because that's going to cause it not to get an airtight seal. Clean that out. Clean this edge off. Make sure it's airtight, and your product's going to last a lot longer. And that's the same with the metal container. One of the drawbacks of that metal container, when you're cleaning it out, that's going to scratch the Teflon coating, and then that's eventually going to cause it to rust. But even if you don't scratch the Teflon, what I've noticed, the chemicals, especially inside the vinyl spackling paste, there's a lot harsher chemicals in here, and I believe one of the reasons for that is to help it to bond and make it a lot harder. But those chemicals make your metal containers rust a lot easier. But this is your light or your heavy bodied product right here, and it's heavy bodied, it's very dense, very smooth. So that's the vinyl, the Crawfords Vinyl spackling paste. Now when I compare that with a lightweight product, this lightweight product right here is going to be very porous, soft and very porous. So, and it's kind of gritty and grainy a little bit. But that product right here from Towel right here, it's kind of smooth and buttery, but then once again, super light weight right there. So that's the two. One of them's a lot wider than the other one. Not that that matters a whole lot, but that's the look and the feel of the two products. The quick wood right here that I use, this is an epoxy, and all you do is just snip off some with your scissors, whatever amount you need. You just knead it in your hand, knead it till it kind of changes to a light tan color. It's mixing the two epoxies together, which are two-part, and then you can mold it right into whatever you need to mold it into. Your Bondo Glazing Putty is a red product. Kind of got a nasty smell to it, but we use that right there. And it's a product that's a chemical-based product that does dry really fast, sands really easy, and that's what that looks like. So there's a little bit about the products that I use, when and where I use them. Hopefully that's helped you. If it has, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time we come out with a new video. It's free, simple, easy to do. If you got any questions or comments about this video, leave it down in the comment section below. We would love to hear what you have to say, or if you got any tips or tricks or any products you want to share that work for you, just leave it in the comment section below. Like we always say, we'll see you next time right here on Paint Life TV. Out.